The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Is this film any good? Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. Well, let's get into a few details. Now, I will be giving away some spoilers, so you have been warned. In this film, Thorin reclaims the mountain. The dragon gets killed off in the first 10 minutes, and we get this big battle between elves, men, dwarfs, orcs, and eagles. Now, I actually thought that the battle started off really well. It was really impressive. They built it up quite nicely. The problem is that it just kept going. The battle dragged on for so long. I think it was at least a solid hour this whole battle was raging. And it became broken up in so many segments. It became so confusing sometimes. And it was just like... You're basically watching a giant video game segment. Because bear in mind, it's almost entirely CG, this battle. And that's one complaint I always have with the Hobbit films, is that a lot of the orcs are not even... I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand there are thousands of orcs in these films. You can't have extras. You can't have thousands of extras, but put them all in makeup and costumes. Obviously you can't. But even just when you got like scenes where there's like a handful of orcs, or just say about a couple of dozen orcs, well, in the Lord of the Rings films, there are many instances where they got extras and they dressed them up as orcs. They put makeup on, they put the costumes on, they gave them props. In this film, and the previous Hobbit films, the orcs are almost entirely CG. And it took me out of the film just a little bit, because I'm basically watching a giant video game when this battle actually kept going anyway. I will say that Billy Connolly was a pleasant surprise. I did not have any idea that he was in this film, so when he popped up, it was like, hey, Billy Connolly! Problem is, he doesn't have much to do, and he kind of disappears later on. And that's a shame, because I think for me, he brought a breath of fresh air. He really did. Now, there is a scene, actually no, we'll stay on the battle just a little bit longer. This is a minor nitpick, but there's a point in the battle where the dwarves, the army of dwarves, are kind of losing badly, and then suddenly they're able to turn it all around by the inclusion of the I don't know how many, I can't remember how many dwarf heroes they are. The dwarf company, should we say, that you've seen in the previous two films. Suddenly, when the dwarf company joins the dwarven army, they're able to turn it all around. Now, I know in the film they say, oh, they're rallying behind their king and they're able to turn the battle around. But you think realistically, they've got 8 extra guys and then suddenly they're able to beat an army of 10,000. It's like, I don't know. But it's a minor nitpick. But let's move on. Now, there was a scene earlier on in this film which I thought was really impressive, is when Galadriel, again, spoilers, Galadriel, Saruman and Elrond rescue Gandalf. That whole segment was really good. Really good. And may I say, Galadriel is scary. She is really scary. If you've seen this film, you know exactly what I mean. But she gave me... And there's a point when they beat back Sauron, they sort of half banish him, across the land. And then Saruman says, no, I will deal with Sauron. Leave Sauron to me. And I'm thinking, oh, that's not a good idea. Anyone who's seen Lord of the Rings will know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, that whole scene was really good. It was really well done. And I thought that the army of elves was really impressive. And that's the thing, it's just that, the first part of this film was done pretty well, I think. It's just, I get the feeling that they didn't quite know when was it a good time to finish. When was a good time to end this whole thing. Because I like action scenes as much as the next guy, but come on. This just went on and on and on and on. I think, it's just like, come on, it's too much, It's just too much. Everyone's commented on this, but the Hobbit himself, Bilbo Baggins, the story is not even really about Bilbo. It's always been about Thorin, basically. I mean, the films are called The Hobbit, Unexpected Journey, The Hobbit, Destination Smaug, The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies. If you took out the two words, The Hobbit, and just simply left it as Unexpected Journey, Destination Smaug, and Battle of Five Armies, that's basically accurate to the stories you get. Because considering each film is called The Hobbit, you don't really get The Hobbit. Bilbo really is little more than an extra. He's basically a side character. The films are supposed to be about him. The story is supposed to be about him. But the films don't really portray that at all. And I have to say, some of the acting was just not very good. I've forgotten the actress's name, but Tariel. She was a bit wooden. Quite wooden, in fact. I don't know. I didn't really buy into her character very much. And the Elven King, again, I've forgotten his name. Frondril. I can't remember his name. Legolas' father, basically. I didn't really buy into his character too much. I kind of thought he was just a bit too pantomime. I don't know. I didn't think the actor did his character a lot of justice, to be honest. But speaking of Legolas, this has to be said. He's basically become a cartoon character now, because Legolas apparently is just invincible. He is basically Superman. There's a point where this bridge is falling, stone by stone, and it's just crumbling away, and he's basically stepping on these fallen stones to climb up to this ledge. And it's like, okay, so basically you have to throw out reality when it comes to this character, because Legolas can bend the laws of physics. He can do things which are just impossible. And I don't know, when you take away that sense of realism, you kind of take away a little bit of the story. At least for me, anyway. But would I recommend this film? If you like Tolkien's work and you're a fan of Lord of the Rings and you've seen the previous movies, yes, I would recommend it. If you're just a casual moviegoer, no. No. Because this film definitely depends on you knowing what the heck is going on. Because if you've just seen this film and you haven't seen any of the previous films, you won't have a clue what was going on. So, casual moviegoer, no. If you're a fan, absolutely. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.